Hi, my name is Shafeeq, and today here we are at the Crypto Arc, the Bybit Crypto Arc, which is this fabulous space that Bybit has created in Dubai to bring together communities, and it's also their office space. So where we're building a platform to curate the best Web3 and crypto projects and connect them with investors. So I think when you talk about regulations and security, I guess there are two different aspects here, because regulation has to do with the governments and how they want to be seen, how they want to be controlling the tokenization and the distribution of these tokens, and how basically people are being affected by that, in terms of the usage of tokens. So that is one aspect, and I think in terms of how companies should be looking at it, well, there is a challenge between decentralization to keep companies decentralized, because the whole philosophy of the space of cryptocurrency and Web3 is to build things on decentralization, which avoids control. But on the other hand, we need to have a balance with regulation, and I think there is a fine line, and depending on what type of project you have, it depends on that. So companies need to tread that fine line and make sure that the investors are protected. I think that's what the regulators want the companies to do, and I think that's one of the most important things. And when it comes to security, I'm not sure you're talking about security as in like the technical security, if you're talking about that. And I think there is many companies that are working on providing more secure solutions, which are protecting their investors and whether it's their wallets or their assets, and how the custodianship of these assets are managed. So there are two different aspects here. So I think interoperability is obviously very important, because you have multiple blockchains out there, starting from all the way from, we all started from the Bitcoin blockchain. That's how this journey started. And then you have the Ethereum blockchain, which is the largest blockchain in terms of the transactions happening on it. And then you have the multitude of other blockchains that are out there. Obviously, each of these blockchains has its strengths and weaknesses. And what we're seeing is an evolution of different layers. Like you have the layer ones, and then you have the layer twos, and then there is the cross chains. So obviously, I think in the long run, we need to make sure there is interoperability to ensure that there is efficiency between different blockchains, and it is a seamless experience for the users, because ultimately, what we are talking about is making lives of masses and the users better by blockchain solutions, and that can only happen if you have interoperability between these blockchains. So again, I'm not an expert on this subject, but I know there are different companies that are working on these solutions, and it is paramount from a user experience and user perspective. Well, I think it's a hot topic, the topic of CBDCs, and it's also a controversial topic, because ultimately, it depends on which prism you look at it from. Ultimately, CBDCs are governed centrally, so they're very different from decentralized tokens. And in that way, they're so different that I don't see how they would necessarily complement. But we still have to see how CBDCs will be adopted within the space of the cryptocurrency space, because a lot of the early adoption in cryptocurrency has happened because of decentralization, which is just the opposite of what CBDCs are trying to do. And in terms of CBDCs offering something unique, I still have to understand the details of CBDCs, but superficially, I don't see anything new coming there. Yes, these are centrally controlled currencies, which are in a digital form, and they will have some transactional benefits from the governing point of view, like the central bodies that are governing it. But at the same time, they also defy, or they don't necessarily complement what decentralization is offering, and in terms of the benefits of decentralized tokens. It's a pleasure to connect with you guys, and thanks for interviewing me. So like I said, we're building the cryptohub.com, which is a platform to curate and connect the best crypto and Web3 projects with investors. So follow us and get to know more about us, and we want to connect with other partners and communities, and you're welcome to join us. Thank you very much.